China's One Belt, One Road initiative could be the most ambitious infrastructure plan in history. It's designed to reconnect places along China's ancient Silk Road trade route, and way beyond. There are currently $900 billion worth of projects that are planned or underway. Some European countries are already feeling the impact. Since 2012, China has sprinkled an estimated $15 billion in infrastructure investments over Central and Eastern Europe. That means new roads, railways, and ports for small countries that otherwise couldn't afford them. But for the Chinese, that money isn't always a gift. It's often a loan. And for places like Montenegro, it's a massive leap of faith.
So the project of the century is what they've called this highway.
The biggest project in the history of the country. It's probably going to be one of the most sophisticated, challenging highways in whole Europe because of the terrain.
Mladen Grgic is a researcher who's been following the construction of the Bar-Bolyare highway since it started 3 years ago. Its projected path will connect the port city of Bar with the Serbian town of Bolyare, a journey which now takes over 4 hours on 2-lane roads. The highway could cut that travel time in half. With over 100 miles of roads, bridges and tunnels, its estimated cost is $3.2 billion, according to Grgic, more than half of Montenegro's annual GDP. The government, desperate to modernise after breaking away from Serbia in 2006, had been promising its people this highway for over a decade. When they went looking for backers to finance it, Western institutions weren't interested. And what were the main reasons why they said, look, it's just not feasible as far as we're concerned?
They didn't see any financial or economic reason behind it. Montenegro is 600,000 people. It has a traffic volume which is quite low. It can increase, but not so much as to make this highway sustainable.
What's a country without a highway?
This is actually the only country without a highway in Europe. And without McDonald's, as far as I remember.
No McDonald's and no motorways.
The whole story was threatening to be just another political promise. And then finally Chinese came.
And so what's that?
That's the part of the section of the highway that is being built by the Chinese company.
The Chinese government guaranteed a loan to Montenegro worth more than $1 billion to finance the construction of one 25-mile stretch of the road. A condition of that loan was that a Chinese state contractor would do 70% of the work.
上部结构是我们是计划是今年年底全部完成上部结构的施工。这个整个桥面的所有工程完的话，按照我们的计划的话，明年大概4月份完成。
Kang Shifei has been deputy manager here for nearly 2 years.
这个项目截止到目前，我们有2700。 大概有当地分包商有1000人左右。我们这个是大部分的工人都是从中国来的，他们都有海外的成功的海外经验。自己的工人基本上都住到营地里面。关于跟工人跟当地雇员一起吃饭的，基本上都是跟我们一起生活、一起吃饭，平时工作期间。
China sees projects like this as a proving ground. In Montenegro, state-backed companies can learn the quirks of local labour and EU regulations before aiming for more lucrative work in Germany, France and Belgium. I'm just interested to know how much you feel that you're representing your country whilst you're here too.
我们也非常荣幸，因为过了多少年之后，我们非常自豪地说，这个项目是中国人做的。
It's all very harmonious, except that China isn't just giving Montenegro the money. The World Bank and the IMF believe that the Chinese loan, which Montenegro will pay back at 2% interest between 2020 and 2040, following a 5-year grace period, is a threat to Montenegro's long-term stability.
This highway is not Chinese investment.
How can you say that?
Easily.
What is it then?
This is the investment of the government of Montenegro. We are taking the risk. That is the difference.
Vyacheslav Belam is the Montenegrin government's point person for cooperation with China.
Tell me about the thought behind taking such an enormous loan from the Chinese bank.
I already told you have to pay for something. And is it necessary to explain why we are building a highway in 21st century?
The World Bank has made an assessment that as a result of taking this loan, public debt as a share of GDP will rise above 80%.
We are still have enough air to breathe. But we are aware that if we are going further with the credit loans, with the state guarantees, that can be a problem. But up to now, we are aware of the risk, but we are not in a dangerous position. We want to raise our export. We want to become a member of EU. You cannot do it if you are not connected, well connected with the world.
The risk, of course, is that Montenegro won't be able to pay back the loan. And the terms of Montenegro's deal stipulate that in the event of default, China can even seize parts of Montenegro's territory. Their companies will also pay little to no tax while working there. Former opposition MP Jelisava Kalazic is concerned the government is digging itself into a hole.
The World Bank seems to believe that it's going to plunge this country into some sort of great recession.
Bilo bi divno da je taj autoput počeo da se radi 2002. ili 2003. godine kad smo mi ekonomski mnogo bolje stajali. Niko ne poriče da je potreban autoput. Ovaj projekt u normalnim okolnostima naravno da bi dao velike šanse razvojne i da bi to mladim generacijama otvorilo perspektivu. Sada je obrnuto, jer je Crna Gora u opasnosti da bankrotira.
You don't want an unfinished motorway, but the truth is you don't know how you're going to pay for the next two phases.
We do not know what will be the model, the growth of the economy, which will be growth thanks to the highway. We will earn enough money to pay for a highway. The only way to avoid is risk, do nothing. You have to take a risk. You have to be creative, innovative. That is what we are doing.